Hello, all you wonderful people. Welcome back to another episode of KaoshKraft Surfer. Yay. So, last episode we were working on something. This episode we were working on this thing that I've been working on for the past few hours. So, I've already recorded everything. I lost the first 8 minutes of the video, so I'm just here to just tell you kind of like what went down. Basically, I decided to start doing some scaffolding work on my castle. And I thought that it'd be a good idea to kind of plan out how I want everything to look. So you'll get a little bit of the thought process behind that. You'll get some future plans and pretty much it. Yeah. Hope you guys enjoy. I gotta go do some stuffs. So see you guys later. Or see you in 5 seconds. Probably the second one. Alright, so I've been doing some thinking. And I think I have an idea. So, one thing is that I love this little centered road bit that aligns itself perfectly with the castle itself. But this road does not line up with anything on the castle at all. Like, whatsoever. It doesn't line up with this part, doesn't line up with that part, lines up with something, but, like, the reason is that one wall right here is 3 wide because it has this pillar detail on each side. So you can't really line things up with this side. So, and I have a couple options. So I thought about having a tower on both sides. This tower is functional because it has a, you know, it is meant to be a stairwell. A stair thing that goes all the way around, spiral staircase. The problem is that, yeah, I don't need another one over here. So maybe I could just forget having a tower here and just have this design line up with here and then maybe have some, like a doorway line up right here. So it'd just be like, that. And then maybe have this right here. And then maybe just have a tiny tower or maybe a little itty bit that makes it different. So I think we'll go with that. And then this will be the edge. And then we can have this connect somewhere else or maybe dip back. But this is going to be like the big wall. And this isn't even, like this bottom floor is not going to even matter because it's going to be underground because I'm going to have it like at least 1 floor of stone and then we're going to have all the important stuff. So I'm not entirely sure what I want to fill this castle with. It might be pretty difficult, actually. I'm just looking at a design. The actual castle has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 floors until it kind of like shrinks together. And it's actually a lot smaller than I thought it was. So maybe we should make this a side bit. I don't even know. So if this was this, if this was a castle, it would kind of look like it would go up to here and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which is pretty much where I wanted it, but it only has 3 windows. So it would start right here and then just kind of connect. So if we're being, this is actually a lot bigger than I thought it was going to be. So maybe we should make this a side, like just a side bit, and just do whatever we want, but then just kind of have that there. So how would this look? So it's really hard to, you know, convey what I'm talking about. Neuschwanstein Castle, that's what I'm talking about right here. So if we had that tower there, like it would almost be like this part is the part that's going to have the roof bit. It's going to be like this and then the triangle. But that's really like, it's really tiny. We need to fill this castle with a bunch of stuff. So I don't know. I don't know what it's going to look like. It's going to be very difficult. And we're going to have to like wait and find out. So another thing I thought about is just having a really big front bit. So maybe we'll have multiple bits. I guess for now, let's just kind of roll with it. Let's roll the punches and create something pretty. So what I'll do is I will go right here and I'll just start building up to 5 floors. So this is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, and I'll cut this out, don't worry. So that's kind of like what that wall, how wide that wall is going to be. So it would be kind of weird to have it kind of come out like that, but it wouldn't look too bad if it had its own sticky outy bit just kind of coming out this way. So I'm almost using this as a way to kind of gauge like where I would want like a little roof bit. So imagine this is like the edge, this is the vertex, and then I can make a little triangle right here, have it come out, and I can almost have it come out on this side. The tower is going to be like right here. It's going to take out, I love this thing. It's actually really useful in drafting out little designs. So the tower is going to be like right here, and it's going to be on this side as well, like that distance. So it's going to be this wide and then this wide. And then there's going to be a little bit right there. So maybe we could have it have like its own little roof bit. But in actuality, the real life one is like that wide. Yet again, it might be like a little optical illusion. It appears that it's kind of tiny, but it's actually like super huge. So maybe this is a good scale. And we can just have like a big thing kind of come out like that. I'm just thinking about what I'm going to fill it with. It's going to be super humongous and then empty. So I don't know what I'm going to do. We have a doorway that's going to fit right here. You walk in and you go into the side. This is going to be like a little hallway. Maybe we can have it connect somewhere, do some crazy stuff. Maybe this will be a big room. All I know is that we already have a hallway right here. And this is going to be a hallway. And then you can turn to the left and you can go up the stairs. And maybe do... it's going to be this way. It's going to be this way because in castles, if you're going, you're trying to defend the castle, people coming up, you want to use your right arm because you're right-handed, so you're able to hit them as they're coming up, and they're climbing up, and they can't hit you because like their arm is like kind of trying to get around the corner. I learned that from Mr. Madness 64, which is super cool. So we'll incorporate that into our castle design because we're gonna have people raiding it. Oh my god, this is going to be so huge. It's going to have so much stuff just pumped into it. It's going to have so much ridiculousness. Like, so many parlors. So maybe we'll keep this like that. Maybe we'll add on to it. So next part, let's take a look at what we can do. We still have a ton of cobblestone that we can work with. I don't know how long this video is going to be. But it's going to be, it's going to have a lot of detail. So that's looking really cool from here. Let's actually climb the coal tower and get an idea of what this is going to look like. We are so high up that it's actually snowing now, and it turns into rain as we go low. That's really cool. It's going to snow on the top of my... Oh my god, the roofs are going to be filled with snow. That's so cool. Oh, that's awesome. So I'm looking at this. That's a humongous wall. Now, how can we incorporate that? I stroke my tiny beard as I think. So, if we have it extend that way, I don't know what we can do. We have a bridge. We got to make a wall right here somehow. So maybe we'll have a wall right here, kind of go right here, and then have like a big kind of front entrance thing, a front castle wall, and that comes in at a floor, and then it's just going to be like a big triangle right there. So we'll have another wall end up being right there, which lines up with this wall, which is weird, so I'm going to have to cut that back. I don't even know. I don't know what we're doing anymore. I do know that's going to be super cool, though. I'm just looking at this design as to what we can create using this kind of layout, and I'm very scared as to how big this thing is going to be getting. Like, look how much we've put into this, and it's only like that tiny. It's super tiny. We're going to connect that. I'm just looking at designs where I can put rooms and stuff, where hallways can go, because I pretty much have to be pretty rigid with how I'm building this thing. So I don't want it to be too much wider than that. Like, that can be a hallway. I can maybe put a room right there. Not entirely sure. So maybe we'll have another bit come out this way and then have this here. And maybe have the entrance there and then have like another bit right there. It's really confusing. And it's really hard to visualize. So maybe I should just go for it, huh? Just kind of like create something. So I'm thinking that we start bringing this wall in, possibly. So let's trade up. Let's get some more cobblestone and see what we can do. Alright, so I'm looking at this, and I'm thinking, like, maybe this could be a wall right here. This could be the edge, so then you have this castle wall, and you have this big, wide area to do whatever. And then you have this wall. And this wall's going to start maybe right here. So we can start lining up things. This can be like a little tower or something. You walk in here, and there's, like, all sorts of different things to do. So let me see. And this is going to have an extra couple layers of depth. So we can do whatever we want, pretty much. 1, 2, 3, and then we have that right there. I don't know what I want to do for this part, because it's getting a little bit trickier. See that? I don't know where that lines up, so I could kind of extend this out and, you know, maybe make this a big, wide thing. Because we're not limited to just flat. We can do whatever we want. So I'm just trying to get detail and trying to see what I can create using the limited space we have, or the super amount of space we have. I don't even know. It's way too much. So this turns out being a little bit wider than this part, so we can kind of like do that, then have this be another corner, possibly. And this is all going to be extended out, so it doesn't really matter too much about the detail, per se, just kind of making sure that it looks good. So we can make another one of these if we want, super tall tower. Hey, buddy! And these towers might go, we might shift our design come up with better designs and stuff like that. Come on. Problem is that I'm not really basing this off of anything, so I just have to be creative and do what I want. Kind of create whatever comes to mind. So I'll make some towers and I'll see what we can get out of this. So this is looking pretty interesting. I'm liking kind of the take that I'm getting from this. I'm liking the feels. So I've created a little platform going from here to here. I feel like I'm making like a tent, like a super humongous tent. So that's kind of going up that many floors, and I'm probably gonna have this come out, and I'll have that kind of like layer of nothingness. Might even have 2 layers of stone just kind of going up before I even have floors. I don't know. I don't know what I'm thinking right now, but I'm thinking that I might have a castle wall right here. Like I said before, this is gonna stick out like a couple layers. And whatever width it is, it's just gonna like, it's gonna go up and then it's gonna come out and then be super huge. So it's gonna have like a little lip, like an external lip kind of coming out. And it's gonna come up and have towers right here on each side, and then it's gonna come into a big triangle. So let's see if we can get the other side going real quick. All right, so we are getting somewhere. So what I've done, I've gone ahead and created the little roof bit. That's what I'm always talking about, the little roof bit. And it's gonna have 2 towers on the side. It's gonna kind of come in like that. So the towers start maybe around here, and they go up, and they end about right there. I think this thing needs to be pushed forward a little bit. I think either that or it's fine where it is. Actually, I don't even know. I might thin out this side so that this isn't flush. It's actually kind of inset. So what I might do is I might have some floors kind of like just stick out, but then come back in, right? So after like the 2nd floor, 3rd floor, put a roof and then come in and then go back up and have a little itty bitty roof right there. So I think that's what I'll do. I have to... Whoops, lag. As I was saying, so I'm probably just going to have that. Yeah, like I said, that roof and then a little bitty roof. I might make this symmetrical. I might have like some towers. I'm not entirely sure what I want to do with for this side. I know that I want to have that like that. It's looking a bit flat, so I'm going to have to try and find a way to make this a little bit more sexy. I might have a tower kind of sticking up and maybe attaching itself to one of these side areas, like a big bridge. That would be cool. So let's take a look at where everything's going right now. So I have this right here. That's fine. That's fine where that's going. Probably going to have some more stuff on this side. So there's still room. There's still room. This is looking interesting. Very interesting indeed. So once we draft it out, then we start, figuring out where we want everything to go, how deep we want it, how tall we want it. Because until then, we're just kind of building blindly, and I don't like doing that. I like knowing what's going to come up next. So if we can take a look at this, this is lined up. Everything's starting to come together. What I might do is I might have this entrance only be a couple floors so I can thin this part out, because I don't want to be like taller than the entrance. I don't want it to be like beefier. It's kind of like a side area. So it might be a little bit flat. I don't know. We'll figure things out. Let's take a look at this back side. I'm not entirely sure how I want to go about this. So many Minecraft days have been spent drafting. I only have 1 death. That's totally going to change very soon. So if we can take a look at how this is coming together, we can see that this side is lacking some love. So I want a big tower that is completely separate from the castle and only connected by like a bridge on the 6th floor. I think that will look fantabulous. Almost like where this is. Oh, almost falling. So I'm thinking that this hallway might even just be the edge of the castle. It kind of comes in and then it just ends right there. Because, I don't know what to put in front of there. I might put a courtyard, maybe some patio stuff. I know there's space there, but there's space everywhere, and there's space, like, vertically to be found. And there's going to be a lot of, like, castle stuff in the way. So, I'm going to have to sacrifice any, like, rooms on this side. That's probably just going to be an external thing. Stairs are still... We still have a ton of space back here, and I still haven't really decided how far back I want it. So maybe I'll just only work on the front. But I do need to kind of, like, solidify what this side is going to look like. That means I have to shrink this side because it looks a bit lopsided. You know, if you were to take a look at it. So we will do that. I hope that I haven't been recording for too long. I haven't really been doing much on camera. It's been a lot off camera. So maybe we will shrink up this side, see what it looks like. Maybe keep a tower there. Maybe keep towers everywhere. There's going to be towers. And if a side looks boring, just put towers. Because towers make everything better. So let's take a look at how we can improve this side. So I do want this to kind of extend. So this is going to extend. It's not going to be flush. Which means that I need to bring this back a little bit. And this might be the edge of this part. So let's see. 1, 2, 3. Have that there. So this is going to be the wall. And we'll just extend this like a little bit. It's not going to be like set in stone. Get it? Because it's cobblestone? No. Okay. So let's see. 1, 2, 3. I use like 3s because it just helps keep things, you know, normal. 1, 2, 3. Oop. 1, 2, 3. Oop. And that lines itself up right there. Let's see how wide this is on this side. So that starts right there. It starts 1 block to the left. So we have this, right? And it starts 1 block to the left. 1, 2, 3. Oh, it doesn't actually. It lines up perfectly flush. So we could use those. We should use that measuring format where, yeah, I'm gonna move everything over 1 block. I don't know how deep I want it, but it's gonna be like right here. So that should be good. Oh, and so it's gonna be like right here. You know, 1, 2, 3. This hallway will decide. Right now I'm kind of thinking of exterior, interior, and it's just general. So I'm trying to base the interior off of something. So if the interior is going to be like this is what a hallway is going to look like, and this is going to be the wall, and then the exterior, and then the exterior pillars. So it's a 4 thick. You don't know what I'm talking about. Think about this. Pillar right here, solid wall of white, pillars right here. That's kind of how this is going to look. So we'll use that format. So let's see how big we can get this. 1, 2, 3, bloop. 1, 2, 3, bloop. 1, 2, 3, bloop. So I don't know how tall I want it. We could have it right here. We'd have enough space. Hey, buddy. Look at him. He's just like, I didn't do it. Is that coming from somewhere else? Oh, it's this kid. I'm not going to touch him. So let's see what happens. Let's see how deep this is. If I was to kind of like make a little thing right here. That doesn't line up. That kind of lines up over there. Okay. So if we do this, we just kind of raise this up. That lines up with there, which means the exterior is going to be 4 blocks out, which lines up with our designs. That's going to be a couple blocks in. So I'll kind of have this be an interior. Like, let's just climb up top here. Let's see what we can get. This isn't even a thing. I was looking at this like, oh, how's this is going to look weird. But that's not even supposed to be there. So I got to remove that. So we get to the top of here. This should give us enough like room to make it look pretty cool. So I need to put 1 more block. Now we are at level. Let's make our platform as I normally do. I don't even know if I show this process. I don't know how much I've been editing out. This could be a 5-minute video for all I know, because I've been just kind of building off camera, then coming back and talking about it. So let's just walk across here, walk across the catwalk. So this lines up right here. Just come across. I'll just make like a little thing so we can get around. This is a point. Where does this line up to? What am I like touching right now? Excuse me. Oh, that's not supposed to be there. This lines up. Oh, okay. This lines up with the pillar. Or that little section right there. Okay, that's not terrible. So then we have the tower right here. So this is going to be, let's just count off the blocks. So 1, 2, 3, 1 unit. 1, 2, 3. 2 units. 1, 2, 3. 3 units. 1, 2, 3, 4 units. We have 4 units right here. 4 units wide. Just about. So let's do the same thing. How wide is this? It's each unit is 3 blocks. 1 unit. This is the middle. So I'll use this as the base right here, just right here. 3 blocks here. 2. So this is also 4 units wide. And then it gets to the tower. So that means it's going to come across here. So I should make a pillar that goes all the way across, or like a little catwalk that goes across all the way and connects to that side. And then we can see just what this might look like without towers, just flat walls. This is grazing right over the right side wall of the hallway. So the pillars are in line with what this top line is. So it doesn't really matter where the top line is, per se. This might be hard to grasp. I hope this is, like, I'm not just speaking in abstracts, like that you can actually understand pretty much what I'm thinking about. Like, you know the pillars that we always have? This is right on top of the pillars, and this might be the interior wall, and then we can have an exterior wall just kind of up a couple blocks, so it shouldn't really matter too much. We might have that be a tower right there. I don't know. So this is going to connect right here. This is definitely more than 4 units wide, but we need the space. So that wall is going to go away, so we can break this. And this might be a tower or something, but it doesn't matter. This doesn't need to exist anymore. Neither does that one. But maybe, you know, I usually use mistakes when I'm building to kind of improve and get ideas on something I normally wouldn't do. So we can remove this. I might do it off camera. But we got to talk about, you know, all the design. So we have the right side wall kind of planned out. We have the front. We have the left already done. And this is pretty much like just, it's not going to look like this. This is just kind of planning out. So we have an idea of what we want to do so we can plan other things around it, like interior. How wide do we want the interior? Where does the interior stop? We don't know where it stops until just now. So I got to put a pillar right there. Actually, I don't necessarily have to. I just have to know that, you know, it kind of stops right there. So one thing I could do is kind of like make a big line that goes across. So this is the limit. That's pretty much what I'm trying to do. Create the limits of the build. Like, don't go past this height. And I think that'd be a cool thing to see. So this is kind of the middle. Anything in here is like main big thing. Don't make any humongousaurus like things past here, or keep everything within here. Because this is kind of like, you know, save the world. This is like the centerpiece. This is like where the throne room goes. This is where the stairs go. This is where everything goes. Everything else is like is not as good. It's very. Can you tell that I'm tired today? Can you tell? I don't know how far back I want this to go, so I'm just gonna run back and do this all over again. Over here. So this is gonna be like that. Let's create a little catwalk. I'm definitely gonna create a lot more catwalk stuff lower floors down, so we can really like start getting an idea of what this looks like, what it's gonna look like, which is super exciting. Like, imagine just having scaffolding everywhere. That would be so cool. And you just fill it in with like different rooms and stuff. I'll just kind of go up to that point and maybe connect it to that tower over there, the coal tower. Maybe we can turn the coal tower into the actual tower. Who knows? All right, that's good. So now I'm going to go over to the coal tower. Right there. And I'm just going to make a pillar so we can get to that easily. 3, 2, oh, not supposed to do that. Oh, I could fall at any moment right now. That would not be good. Oh, am I lined up? I hope so. Yes, I am. I am lined up. So let's connect the tower. This might be an interesting site, actually. You know, if we just start connecting things, everything is just easy from that point on. And that way we can actually get up here easily. I might make even like a little thing. So it's like you don't fall off. Ooh, I can't wait to like, I want to like punch someone off this thing. So, this is the scaffolding, this is my steeple. Alright. I probably could have just made it end like right there. Okay. Let's do that. Let's make it end right here. Make it connect somehow. Possibly. I doubt it's, I want it to be a little bit wider, so we'll have this be a little bit and then come in like this. It's going to look like a big cathedral, pretty much. But I'm going to try to make it look a little bit better than that. I'm going to try to, like, make it look more castle-y, get other influences, and try to make each floor different, like on the exterior. I don't know. Let's connect it. Let's make this connection. So this isn't going to be the wall. This is just kind of connecting the midpoint of the tower to maybe another midpoint of a tower. So this isn't going to be, like, totally where the wall's gonna be. It's just kind of the midpoint once again. So, and then we'll maybe connect that up a little bit later. But I think we've done enough this episode. I have a lot of recording to edit through. So, fall right in. Let's take a look at our castle. Ooh, this is super exciting. I'm gonna have to do the drawbridge because maybe we can do planning. Ah, I fell off. We can do planning one episode, detail another episode. This is gonna be a long project, but it's gonna look awesome. I'm very excited. Look at that. Like, people are gonna come on like, whoa, Fancy, what are you doing? You know what I mean? Wow, that was quick. Like, look how much the planning improves. Just kind of like the overall feel. Like, I'm excited to see this come to fruition. Fruition? I don't even know how to say it. But oh my God, if you are excited as much for the castle as I am, please leave a like if you enjoy. If you are excited. And if you haven't already, subscribe to be notified when more castle videos are uploaded. Woo, this is going to be crazy. I'm very excited to see what this turns into. So thank you all for watching. Stay fancy, my friends, and I will see you guys in the next episode. Bye-bye.